I caught my daughter throwing away every meal I packed her, and the reason destroyed me. Every morning at 6:30, I'd wake up early to make Emma's lunch. Ham sandwich cut into triangles, apple slices in a baggie, juice box, and those little cookies she loved. I'd write stupid dad jokes on napkins and stick them in there too. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. She'd roll her eyes, but always kept the napkins in her backpack. Emma was 8 and had always been my little buddy. After her mom died 3 years ago, it became just us two against the world. She'd help me fold laundry on Sundays, we'd build pillow forts during thunderstorms, and she never missed telling me about her day at school. She was everything to me. But lately, something felt off. She seemed tired all the time and kept asking for seconds at dinner. I figured she was just growing. Kids get hungry, right? Then last Tuesday, I forgot my wallet at home and had to drive back during lunch. That's when I saw her. Emma was standing by the big trash can outside the cafeteria, dumping her entire lunch. The sandwich, the apple slices, everything. Even the juice box. I sat in my car watching her, totally confused. Was she getting bullied? Did she hate my cooking? I didn't want to embarrass her, so I drove away without saying anything. That night at dinner, she ate 3 servings of spaghetti. I asked how lunch was, and she said good, like always. But now I knew she was lying. The next morning, I packed her usual lunch, but slipped a note inside that said, "Hope you're hungry today, kiddo." I wanted to see what would happen. After school, I checked her backpack. The note was still there, crumpled up. She'd thrown away another full lunch. This went on for a week. Every day I'd pack food. Every day she'd toss it. I was getting worried and honestly pretty hurt. Why wouldn't she just tell me she didn't like what I was making? Friday morning, I decided to follow her. I know it sounds creepy, but I was desperate to understand. I parked across from the school and watched through the fence. Emma walked to the trash can like usual, but this time she looked around first. Then she pulled out the sandwich and broke it into pieces. But she didn't throw it away. She walked over to this skinny kid sitting alone at a picnic table. He looked maybe 7, with clothes that were too big and holes in his sneakers. Emma sat down and quietly slid half the sandwich toward him, then the apple slices, then the cookies. The kid's face lit up like Christmas morning. He whispered thank you and started eating like he hadn't seen food in days. Emma watched him eat with this sad, protective look on her face. After he finished, she gave him the juice box too. Only then did she throw away the empty containers, so it looked like she'd eaten. I sat in that car and cried like a baby. My 8-year-old daughter was starving herself to feed another kid. She'd figured out he was hungry and decided her lunch was the solution. She never told me because she didn't want to get him in trouble or make a big deal about it. That afternoon, I picked Emma up from school instead of letting her walk home. In the car, I said, "I saw you with your friend today at lunch." She went completely white and started stammering about how she could explain. I reached over and squeezed her hand. "You're not in trouble, sweetheart. But why didn't you tell me Tyler was hungry?" She looked shocked that I knew his name. Turns out she'd been talking to him for weeks. Learned his mom worked 3 jobs and sometimes forgot to give him lunch money. His dad wasn't around. Emma, being Emma, just quietly started sharing. The next Monday, I packed 2 lunches. When Emma asked why, I told her Tyler's mom called and asked if we could help out sometimes, since we lived so close to school. Emma's whole face lit up. It wasn't true, but I wasn't about to let my daughter keep sacrificing her meals. I later found out Tyler's mom really was struggling. She was embarrassed to ask for help, but grateful when I reached out. We worked something out where I'd pack lunch for Tyler twice a week. Emma never knew I'd spoken to his mom. She just thought we were being nice neighbors. But here's the part that really destroyed me. That night, Emma hugged me extra tight at bedtime and whispered, "Thanks for helping Tyler, Dad. I was getting really hungry, but I couldn't let him be hungry too." She'd been going hungry for 3 weeks, never complaining, just quietly taking care of someone who needed it more. My 8-year-old daughter had more compassion in her little finger than most adults have in their whole body.